right now. Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. You can give us a call tonight on the Borders and Borders hotline at 412-575-2600. We have a lot to discuss tonight. The Penguins are the big topic. 412-575-2600. On the other side at the 93.7 The Fan Cam is Chris Mueller for tonight's show. And if you follow us on Twitter, you see he is all business for tonight. He's not in a good mood. You were looking mean on that Twitter post. What's going on, Chris? What happened?
I don't know. That was a red herring. I'm in a perfectly happy mood. We saw baseball history just now. Corey Kluber throws a no-hitter the day after a guy whose name I already forget throws one for the Tigers. Here's a pop quiz to start the show, Richie. Tell me the last time no-hitters were thrown in Major League Baseball on consecutive days.
I bet it never happened.
1968, Gaylord Perry no-hits the Cardinals, and Ray Washburn returns the favor by no-hitting the Giants the very next day in the same series. How about them apples?
That is a great trivia question, Chris. This is where you have to come to get this kind of information. Yes, you are.
I was all business because I was preparing that trivia question in my mind, but it does speak to a larger problem in baseball, since I know you have a perpetual case of bucko fever, that the three true outcomes, the walk, the strikeout, and the home run, are becoming ever more prevalent. And with fewer balls in play, you're going to continue to see no-hitters. I bet you this year, in fact, I think they only need 2 more to do it, is going to set a record for most no-hitters in a season. It's not even going to feel that. It's going to feel special when it happens, but it's not going to feel particularly uncommon.
So now baseball is going to go and change it. I mean, I was just reading something that they want to move the mound back. That would be ridiculous. Why would they do that? Are you for that or against it? I know we're veering off topic here. I didn't plan to talk about that, but I don't want to see the mound moving back. Then we're going to see more home runs, and instead of 99, you're going to see 91 and 92 mile-an-hour fastballs.
I don't think that would be good. I think that would be just guys teeing off left and right. I don't think that's the way that you try to create an atmosphere where more balls are put in play. I think you can try to deaden the ball. I think you can make it harder to try to spin the ball to the degree that these guys spin it. Or the thing I continually have said, you stop turning a ridiculous blind eye to whatever substances these guys are putting on the ball that's actually making it do some of the things that it's doing and causing so many of these strikeouts, because that seems like the open secret nobody wants to talk about, that they're clearly messing with the ball, the pitchers I mean, especially the best ones, and they're doing it with spectacular results.
And at this point, you know, I love baseball. I grew up a huge baseball fan. Like you said, I have bucko fever. I just can't handle these 4-hour games. It's unbelievable how slow baseball is now. I mean, I know it was slow before, but it's incredibly slow now, especially when the Cardinals score 5 runs in the second inning. It takes about an hour.
Yeah, that's not the greatest situation. I don't like how little action there is. But you know what's not slow, Richie? You know what's fast? Hockey.
Yes.
A sport on ice where guys are gliding along. You see that? I'm all business to the degree that I'm even segueing into what we were probably supposed to be talking about here before I hijacked things completely. So I brought this thing full circle. I'll do this for my loyal fans tonight. I am going to debut, not on the PM team, okay? I am going to debut my 3rd series prediction for Penguins Islanders. If you've been paying attention, I said Penguins in 5. Then I was such a gutless coward that after they got beat 4-3 in overtime in Game 1, I immediately flipped to Islanders in 5. I proceeded to get Game 2 wildly wrong, saying that the Islanders would win 5-0. My next prediction is even more cowardly because I won't predict a team that's going to win this series, only that it's going to go 6 or 7 games, which in and of itself is, again, not that much of a prediction.
Yeah, what kind of prediction is that? Look, I said, I guess we could change it every day that we're on the show. We got new viewers; they don't even know. So I said Penguins in 6. I still think the Penguins are going to win the series. I thought it was going to be a tough series, but I'm leaning towards 7 now. I think they'll split in New York. They'll come back here. Penguins will win Game 5, then lose Game 6, and Game 7 back here. Anything can happen. But I think it's going to be Penguins in 7. They're the better team. We see it. out there.
Are they, though?
Well,
that was my big takeaway. I mean, right, Varlamov vomited everywhere on the first goal. It was a horrible goal. Carter's goal was nice. Penguins get a 2-0 lead, and a lot of people feel like, okay, you're going to have the Islanders open up, get a little bit desperate. The Penguins are going to absolutely counterpunch them into oblivion, right?
Yeah.
I didn't see, and this was kind of my big sort of pessimist takeaway. Obviously, the optimist says, hey, they won. Jarry was outstanding, and he needed to be. Territorially, they ran things in that game for a long stretch, I thought. The Penguins played a great first period, etc. I could go on with a list and a litany of good things, but the pessimist in me, or the guy saying, hey, wait just a second, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I've got to mention this, says the Islanders never looked cowed in that second game. Varlamov, and this might be the thing to really watch, after those first 2 goals, he really rose to the moment there, and as I said, warmed to the task. He looked almost unbeatable. I asked Bob Airy on the air earlier today, I said, it felt to me like if that game got to 2-2, it was going to be very difficult, if not impossible, for the Penguins to win based on the way Varlamov started to play, and he agreed with me. I think there are some cautionary notes, and I guess I would push back against the narrative or the idea that the Penguins are the clearly better team here and that should bear out over 7 games.
Well, I'm meaning they have more firepower and they can score, you would think. They can't score at will, but they should be able to score more goals than the Islanders. But that depends on what Tristan Jarry shows up, and this is me segueing into Tristan Jarry here, which worries me. And you look at his numbers on the road, way worse than at home.